This is the MHS Pawdcast, the online radio voice of Metuchen High School.
Hello everybody and welcome to another edition of the Metuchen High School Podcast, the online radio voice of MHS. I'm Kalegi.
And I'm Josh Hyman.
Well, this is our second to last show of the year, and there's only a little more than a month left in the school year, Josh.
Yeah, I'm really hoping it flies by quickly. I don't want to spend another week in school, to be honest. But, once finals are over, we're done. So at least I have that to look forward to.
Yep, so after Josh provides us with the school announcements, we've got a busy show to get to. 3 guests on tap. First, we'll be joined by MHS Band Director Mr. Messenger to discuss a busy next couple weeks for the MHS Music Department, marked by Monday's Spring Concert and the upcoming Memorial Day Parade. Then, sports contributor Dylan Manfre brings us some news and analysis from MHS Spring Sports, including baseball, softball, and track. And finally, we're going to be joined for the 4th and final time this year by food contributor Miss Stanski, who discusses some of the best foods for the summer season. But first, here's Josh with the school announcements.
Okay, so first, be sure to attend the MHS Spring Concert Monday night, May 21st. Enjoy music from the band, orchestra, chorus, and more. Once again, it's Monday night, May 21st. Fun begins at 7 p.m. We'll hear more about this in our Music Spotlight interview in just a few minutes. So we are less than a week away from prom night. It's Thursday, May 24th, from 6 to 11 p.m. Want to get the most out of the festivities? Attend the pre-prom party, hosted by Downtown Metuchen from 4 to 6 on prom night. Downtown Metuchen invites all those attending the prom to the Metuchen Plaza at the corner of New and Pearl Street to celebrate the classes of 2018 and 2019 with friends, family, a red carpet, a photo booth, and an event photographer. Lastly, just a reminder, there is school on Friday, May 25th for everyone except for the seniors. It is an early dismissal. That's all I've got.
Thanks a lot, Josh. Welcome back to the Metuchen High School Podcast, the online radio voice of MHS. I'm Kalegi.
And I'm Josh Hyman.
The school year is nearing its end, but it's actually ramping up in one of the busiest spans of the school year for the band. To discuss that, it's a thrill to be joined once again by Director of MHS Bands, Mr. Messenger. Welcome to the show.
Thank you so much for having me back, guys.
So first off, there's been a lot that has recently happened in the MHS Band, including performances and competitions for both the jazz band and the wind ensemble. Tell us about those and those ensembles.
Absolutely. Jazz band just wrapped up its competitive season with a gold rating at our Chapter 10 championships, and our second jazz band actually went out for the first time this year and got a silver rating at championships. Very, very proud of both groups. Our indoor winds group just won Chapter 10 championships as well, so we're proud of those groups. And our wind ensemble competed at J.P. Stevens and also at Memorial High School, so it's been a busy winter for all of our indoor ensembles.
Okay, so and what can people expect from this year's spring concert, and what are you most excited about?
They can expect a lot of great music. We've had the opportunity to prepare all the way since January, so we're going to feature all of our performing ensembles, including both jazz bands, our chamber string group, all of our orchestras, our choirs, and our concert band and our wind ensemble.
And that's something interesting to mention, because at Edgar School, people would just remember it's just the chorus, the orchestra, and the band. There's many more ensembles at the high school, and they all get to show their stuff at the spring concert and the winter concert.
Absolutely. There's a lot of performance opportunities for students at MHS here. Whether you're play a string instrument, or you sing, or you play in the band, there's plenty of places for you to play.
So, with the year coming to an end and seniors departing in just a few weeks, what's it like from your end getting to see students grow over the years, or over the course of a few years as both a musician and a person?
It's always bittersweet for me. I've known a lot of these kids, some of them since 3rd and 4th grade when I used to work at Campbell School, a lot of them since 5th grade, which I still do at Edgar School. It's great to see them grow as musicians. A lot of them go on to college, and even if they don't major in music or minor in music, they still find performance opportunities in college. We see it all the time, and that's what makes me most proud is seeing where they go when they leave here.
Okay, so after the concert, the band still isn't done with the school year, as you guys will be performing in not one but 2 parades. Can you tell us about those?
Yeah, the annual Metuchen High School Memorial Day Parade is happening on Memorial Day here in town. It's one of my favorite parades. The town comes out in full support of it. It's usually 3-4 deep on Main Street, and it's a really great opportunity for us to showcase all of our musicians, especially our marching band and our color guard. And then for I'd say the past 30 or 40 years, we've been going down to Wildwood in support of the Metuchen Elks. We march the Wildwood Elks Parade every year, and this is my 18th time doing it. It's great to support the Elks who in turn support us.
So with incoming 8th graders and other students looking to get more involved in the high school, make your pitch. Why should students join the band? And then more specifically, why should they join the marching band?
Well, the band is a unique opportunity because it is not only just a performance ensemble, but it's also an opportunity to come together as a group. So, especially with the marching band, a competitive marching band, we do go out and we support our high school football team, but we also go into competitions every week, which is a unique opportunity for us to showcase our musicians. And with all the time we spend together, if you're an 8th grader, before you even step into Metuchen High School on the first day, you already have 90 friends because we've been rehearsing all summer, we've been getting our show together, so it's a great opportunity for you to become part of a musical family. We're really there to support each other, not only through music, but they help each other with their homework, they help each other through different things in their lives, so it's a great opportunity for anybody that's looking to get involved of a truly supportive organization.
All right, Mr. Messenger, thanks for joining us here on the MHS Pawdcast.
Thank you guys for having us.
All right, so when we come back after this commercial break, I'll be joined by sports contributor Dylan Manfre and food contributor Mrs. Stanski. I'm Eddie Kalegi.
And I'm Josh Hyman.
And this is the Metuchen High School Podcast, the online radio voice of MHS.
Insurance. It's a commodity. It shouldn't be an impulse buy. Purchasing the right insurance takes time, and it must be fitted for your goals and your lifestyle. Farmers Insurance likes to do it right. They invite you to sit back, have some coffee, and relax. They listen to your needs, desires, and dreams, and shape an insurance policy just for you. An old-fashioned take on insurance? Possibly, but it's been working for agents and clients alike for years. Visit your local agent, Ed Van Eckert, today at 54 Pearl Street, right here in Metuchen, or call 732-548-4444 for a free quote. Ed's #1 concern is Metuchen. Once again, that's 732-548-4444 or at 54 Pearl Street in Metuchen. Farmers, making the brainy borough smarter about insurance.
We are farmers. Bum, ba-dum, bum, 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 bum.
Having trouble seeing the board in class? Do you need safety glasses for your school sport? If you answered yes to either of these questions, head over to Optique Unique, the eyeglass store at 406 Main Street in Metuchen. Optique Unique does it all. Not only do they offer eyewear for all ages, they also sell sport-specific safety glasses for kids and adults. Call them at 732-321-2020. That's 732-321-2020, or visit OptiqueUnique.com. Do you want to build character, build confidence, or even build yourself? All that and more can be accomplished at the Black Belt Institute at 23 New Street, right here in Metuchen. Students of all ages have been able to learn respect, discipline, fitness, and self-defense from their experienced instructors for over 20 years. Whether you're an adult looking for stress reduction or know someone young who has interest in Taekwondo, the Black Belt Institute is the place to go. The Institute takes a fun approach at teaching the rules of self-defense, instilling in their students an I-can-do-it attitude. Interested in taking a class? Call them at 732-205-9797 or visit their website at blackbeltinst.com. Once again, that's 732-205-9797 or blackbeltinst.com. The Black Belt Institute, Metuchen's leader in martial arts and fitness.
Let's give a thank you to some of our sponsors. Thank you to What's the Scoop, Reflections on Main, the Main Street Barbershop, and the Metuchen Savings Bank. None of this would be possible without the help of these businesses.
Welcome back to the Metuchen High School Podcast, the online radio voice of MHS. I'm Eddie Kalegi. It's been a few weeks since we last talked MHS sports, but we have the opportunity to today. It's great to be joined once again by sports contributor Dylan Manfre. Welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me.
So first, with postseason baseball and softball getting underway, explain to us the playoff postseason format for high school baseball and softball, those who aren't familiar.
So basically, in the county level, it's groups are pushed aside. You don't have to worry about group 1, group 2, group 3, or group 4. It's usually a bigger tournament. It's about 16 seeds. total. Well, actually, the county tournament for baseball was bigger. Metuchen got 15th seed and lost to J.P. Stevens in a pretty competitive game, 3-1. J.P. Stevens got on the board first, and then Metuchen's Mike Levchinsky tied it up with an inside the park home run, and then Matt Pastor in the top of the 7th knocked in a 2-run RBI, putting JP up 3-1, which would be the ensuing final. It's single elimination in both the county and state tournament. On softball's end yesterday, they were the 10 seed facing 7 seed South River. Metuchen won the game 11-5, and they will likely play Bordentown. The result isn't official yet on NJ.com. Bordentown played Spotswood, 2 seed, 15 seed matchup, so you can probably guess how that went, but you never know unless it's official. But yeah, that's really how the state tournament and the county tournament works. The winner of those tournaments, obviously advance. It's not like if you get knocked out of counties, you get knocked out of states entirely. You still go into both tournaments, but with the state tournament, if you win your section, that's why hence the name sectionals. Mm-hmm. Central Jersey Group 2 is their section for softball and baseball. If you win your section, then you go on to the Tournament of Champions, which is like, anyone in the state. With track, it's a bit easier to understand, because everybody's, going at once. You have counties, then you have sectionals. If you do good at sectionals, you place in, I think it's top 6, maybe top 10. Mm-hmm. Then you go to groups, then meet the champs.
So, you mentioned softball just a minute ago and their upset victory over South River. I mean, whenever there's an upset, it's impressive because South River was clearly the better team during the regular season, but Metuchen able to defeat them in the playoffs. What does this say about the team chemistry, and who led the way for the softball team throughout the season?
Well, first of all, I think this win was a very much needed win. The girls actually dipped under a game under 500 heading into it at, I believe, 10-11. Which is pretty uncharacteristic of them. I think they might have gotten to one game over 500, and that was the closest they've ever been to being under. But I mean, being at 10-11 was pretty uncharacteristic. Good to see them break their slump. I mean, they scored 11 runs on 15 hits. It's pretty impressive. South River scored 5 runs on 9 hits. And, Metuchen did what they did, all throughout the season. Score early. They got 5 runs on the board between the first and second inning. And, then had a little break and then tacked on 2 runs and 3 runs in the 5th and 6th inning, respectively. And they held South River scoreless until the 7th inning when they actually won the 7th frame 3-1. But for Metuchen, everybody, stepped up. We saw Noelle Leaf, who I absolutely believe needs to play more. That girl is an athlete if I ever saw one. She is fast, she can contribute, and for the love of God, she needs to be played more so she can get more experience at the varsity level. But inserting her into the game today, she definitely delivered. She batted 2 for 4 with an RBI, scoring 2 runs.
And it's important to mention that she's a freshman too, so
Absolutely.
She is future for this team.
Mm-hmm. Ariel Benderly went 3 for 4 with 3 RBI. She had a triple and a home run. She also stole 2 bases. Sophie Lipschitz, also she batted 2 for 4 with 3 RBI. Molly Walters 2 for 5, 2 RBI, and a double to her name. Sarah Prohatka, she's also going to be one of the girls to look out for next year. She's going to be getting a lot more playing time, and I'm excited to see where she goes. Better 1 for 3 on the day. Not too bad for her. Really, she's not exactly going to be up every game. There have been games where she's been in and out of the lineup, in different spots in the rotation. But I mean, she's a great player overall. And honestly, I've nothing to be critical about with their win yesterday. Everybody did their part.
So, with the regular season wrapping up, tomorrow night is senior night for both the baseball team and the softball team. On both sides, who are some of the departing seniors?
Well, on softball's end, for the majority of the season, they played with 2 seniors, Julie Pirro and Molly Walters. Izzy Hong joined later on in the year because she really just wanted to finish out her senior year with playing the sport she so desperately loves. And I think it's a good decision that she did. Julie Pirro was fortunate enough to play Metuchen sports. She graduated with my graduating class coming out of Edgar. She goes to the Middlesex Academy now, but she's played on varsity all 4 years with Molly. Izzy, I believe, played freshman and sophomore year, sat out her junior year. I'm sure she had a good reason for that. But came back her senior year, and I'm pretty happy that she did because she's a big contributor, and I'm sure it's a bit emotional for her coming back and playing. On baseball's end, Mike Lipchinski, Matt Volpe, Sean McCadden, Jordan Gostick, and Evan Director, some of the parting seniors. It's funny, Mike Lipchinski and Matt Volpe, they're going to be playing baseball Matt's going to TCNJ at the College of New Jersey, and Lipchinski's going to be playing at Kane. They're actually going to be playing each other, Kane and TCNJ, next year because they're both in the NJAC conference. So I know TCNJ is pretty close to Ryder. So when Kane comes to a TCNJ, that I will definitely be at that game.
So we're going to shift towards track for the last part of this interview. Next weekend is a big one for track and field. It's the sectional finals. Who and what pairs and what teams can we expect to be standouts for Metuchen in this meet?
Well, I think the 4x8, the boys 4x8 is really going to be showing their stuff. I mean, really, everybody on all ends needs to needs to step up and contribute. I think you're gonna see a lot from the freshmen, Jai Dreyer, Matthew Brown, if he's running. I believe he's probably gonna run. Those are two of the absolute standout freshmen. Jai ran at Penn Relays, which is, again, one of the biggest track meets in the world aside from the Olympics. I think Jai ran a 51 in the 400, in the 4x4. I know in a dual meet, I remember he split 51 in the 4x4 and ran a 51 in the open 4. That is incredibly hard to do. They always say your split time is faster than like your open time because like you're getting the momentum. But for him to hit 51 both times is absolutely ridiculous. And as a freshman, that is unheard of. So I think Metuchen will see a lot of emphasis on their sprinting side. And also they can mix and match, their sprinters with like some of the mid-distance runners and long-distance runners. Like we've seen Kale Johnson, who's a primary distance runner. We've seen him get some time in the 4x4 and in the sprint medleys, and also DMR. So yeah, I think you're going to see a lot of that. Coach Holler told me a while ago that you can win. There's more emphasis on like sectionals than groups. While both are important and groups is like, bigger than sectionals, so to speak. He's like, he told me that you can win a group title with like, a few people, but it takes an entire team to win a sectional meet. And Metuchen has had success year in and year out at the state sectional meet, both the girls and boys teams. The boys hold the record for the girls and boys hold the record for most sectional titles in the state of New Jersey. I think that's in the 20s. I don't know an exact number. They also hold the record for most consecutive. I think that's like 14 or 16, one of the two. So yeah, it's really going to take a lot, to win. Metuchen, I think the girls won last year and the boys did not win last year, but it's going to be a big meet. Remember, these teams I believe are the only Group 1 teams left in the school, so they're still going to be going up against Shore. They are still a pretty viable threat. Drew Mayer is absolutely ridiculous, running a 4:13 mile, 150, 800. All those guys marvel at him. He's going to be a guy to watch out for on their end, but sectionals is really just going to be a big meet, and and like I said earlier, Metuchen's going to need everybody to step up and to get the job done.
All right, well, that's about all the time we have. Dylan Manfre, thanks for joining us once again on the Metuchen High School Podcast.
Thank you.
Welcome back to the Metuchen High School Podcast, the online radio voice of MHS. I'm Eddie Kalegi. For the final time this school year, it's great to be joined once again by our culinary contributor, Miss Stanski. Welcome to the show.
Hi, good to be here.
So, being able to cook is essential for almost everyone. So I wanted to ask, is there any added pressure, or the other way, enjoyment, knowing that you have the opportunity to teach students something that will be very well necessary in their lives?
It's funny you're asking me this today. As a matter of fact, one of the students, my former students, is substituting. She's graduated from college, and she just happened to tell me today how much she learned and how much she's used even at college. We do a unit at the end of the year on microwave cooking. Trying to stay cool in the summer months, and she of course used that quite a bit in her dorm at college. So it was nice to hear, nice feedback, and I appreciated that.
So what have Kids in Foods participated in recently, and is there anything else coming up for the rest of the school year?
Well, food students have certainly been busy. We've been putting it all together. Just this week we made a lasagna lunch. So students had to put together a lasagna platter, made a salad, and we had garlic bread, and then they had to invite a guest, which was also a little challenge, but it turned out really well. And every year the students evaluate it, and we tweak it and make it hopefully that much better each year.
So we're heading into the summer, so I wanted to start with the fruits and vegetables. During the summer, which ones are best?
Oh, well, you have to go with the local Jersey fresh tomatoes. Blueberries will be coming up. Strawberries, usually I plan on that around Father's Day, I would say. Anything Jersey. Zucchini is always very good here. There's a lot of fresh vegetables and fruits readily available. Actually, a lot of people don't know, but peaches are very popular and readily available in New Jersey. We have a lot of peach orchards. And a lot of places that you can actually go pick your own peaches, apples in the fall, strawberries now, blueberries.
Earlier in the interview, you mentioned the fact about microwavable foods because trying to stay cool during the summer. So focusing in on meals, what are some of the best other foods that fit the summer mood and fit the summer temperature?
Right, that's always tricky. Personally, I like to grill as much as possible. Keep that heat out of my house as much as possible. And then the vegetables. Or the other big thing we do is just simply have a large salad and then put that grilled vegetable or grilled chicken or beef or whatever on top. I also like to grill vegetables. I have a basket. My family's favorite thing to do is to grill a variety of vegetables like zucchini and onions, maybe eggplant, and then use those on top of a pita bread and a little bit of cheese and make their own flatbread pizza.
So what has it been like from your end? We asked the same question to Mr. Messenger. Watching the now departing seniors and past graduates grow over the years, both in the kitchen and as human beings.
Oh, I talked with that. I just mentioned that to my top level class the other day. It's been an honor watching them mature and grow up into the young men and women that they are. My top level students, I am so proud of them. They did a lot of projects this year, volunteered a lot of time. I think they've learned a lot.
Because I can imagine when they first started, there was probably a lot of issues, but now they've gotten those all ironed out and they've grown.
It's so true, so true. And they've become good teachers with each other, help each other a lot more. They realize it's not a competition, and they helped each other a lot. It's been another great year.
So on the other hand, I want to leave things off with this. What's it like as a foods teacher when new students join, specifically incoming freshmen? Is there any added excitement when you get to, no cooking pun intended, start from scratch with new students who might not know much?
There are always challenges. My classes are always mixed. I have freshmen through seniors. I have students who have done a lot of cooking and may be interested in a career in the foods area. I also have students students have not been allowed to touch anything in the kitchen. So it's always an adventure, always interesting. My life is not boring. Let me put it that way.
All right, Ms. Stanski, thanks for joining us in the Metuchen High School podcast. And we hope you enjoyed this week's show. For our guests, Mr. Messenger, Ms. Stanski, and Dylan Manfre. For Josh Hyman, I'm Eddie Kalegi. We'll see you next time on June 6th, which will be our final episode of the school year here on the Metuchen High School podcast, the online radio voice of MHS.